What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the top 10 point guards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, I just want to start off by saying it's a lot of great point guards. I mean, we got 3 Galaxy Opals already. Now, do I love any of the Galaxy Opals? Not really. I'm just stating that to basically say the point guard position is pretty deep. Now, before we dive any further, man, make sure you do smash that subscribe button. So, from top to bottom, point guard position, I personally will say is pretty deep. It really is. I mean, it is a pretty deep position. And coming in at number 10 is Gilbert Arenas. Now, I know a lot of people are already going to be mad. Okay, hear me out, okay? He's got 15 Hall of Famers, Acrobat Pro Touch. Do those even count? I mean, as Hall of Fame badges, those badges are absolutely dog water. Now, the best thing Gilbert's got going for him is his ability to shoot the ball. You know, Hall of Fame Agent 3s, Limitless Range, you know, Agent 3. The list goes on and on. But the problem is the defensive end of the court. He's only 6'3", doesn't have the biggest or largest player model. His defensive stats are mid. Defensive badges aren't great. And so that's my kind of thinking on things. I'm not sitting up here saying Gilbert Arenas is an absolute garbage man. He still made the top 10 list, which he should be proud of. And offensively speaking, he's pretty good. 85 driving dunk, 94 speed, decent enough speed with ball handle. But for me, is he going to create enough shots with the pro dribble style? Okay, with his kind of, I'm not going to say it's a super slow release, but a slowish release. I just don't see how I can put Gilbert Arenas any higher than I did right here. And I don't think I can put him any higher than Diamond Stephon Marbury. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to hate me for this, but I just don't get it. Stephon Marbury's going to play better defense. Stephon Marbury's got a better release. I get he doesn't have Limitless. I get he doesn't have some of the other shooting badges you might want. But an 84 3-ball, 85 driving dunk with a good release, really solid defensively. I gotta say, I used Stephon Marbury for the very first time today. And I gotta admit to you guys, he is really, really solid in my team. And Alex Caruso, DeJounte Murray, I'm sorry, but I do like Stephon Marbury a little bit more than those two guys right now. So Caruso, DeJounte, they're close, but they didn't quite make the list. And a guy like Stephon Marbury did. I was sleeping on him for a while. Not any longer. Stephon Marbury, basically a better version of that pink diamond Derrick Rose. At number 8, we're plugging in Season 1 Unstoppable Dwayne Wade. Now, he's not going to be the only player that's on this list that was available in Season 1 because there is going to be another trophy case player later on this list. But purely when we talk defense, we've got to mention Dwayne Wade, right? We know we've known in the past that Dwayne Wade gets incredible defensive animations. Combine that with all of these defensive badges, I mean, you gotta like what you're seeing out of the card. Hall of Fame Clamp Breaker, Quick First Step. I mean, his release, I'll be the first to say, it's not great. But he's got MJ dribble style, which is just fine. I wish his dunk package was a little bit better as well. But when it comes down to it, he's 6'4", really large player model, player build. And he just does a lot on the court that I personally like. Play defense, you know, and that's really it. I mean, play defense, easy release to green. I definitely like it. Another card that was out in Season 1 or available in Season 1 was Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham. Now, I personally didn't get Cade Cunningham. Do I regret it? Maybe a little bit, right? And the reason I regret it is because I was running Pink Diamond John Morant and Pink Diamond Derrick Rose, who we have seen, at least lately, just become a little bit, I don't want to call them outdated, but not as prioritized, right? Because they are small, they don't play great defense. Now, with Cade Cunningham, here's what you get. 6'6", 7'1" wingspan. Incredible player model, although it is only 6'6", 7'1", and wingspan is crazy. Hall of Fame and catch shoot, volume shooter, floor general, handles for days. Hall of Fame floor general on this card is definitely underrated. And I mean, yes, his defensive badges aren't great. And when I first looked at the card, that's what I let fool me. I was like, his defensive badges aren't even that great. This card's not good. I was wrong. He's got what he needs. He's got a 91 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, and an incredible player model and player build. What else do you even need out of a Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham? Coming in at number 6, we've got Pink Diamond Trophy Case Reward, Russell Westbrook. Another guy that I wish I would have had for first clause, but it is what it is. I didn't have him, and I've got to live with that. Talk about a card who has carried me on my No Money Spent squad lately is Ben Russell Westbrook. Now, I'll be the first to admit, defensively, he's not great, right? And when I get mad at Russ or when I struggle with him, it all has to do with that defensive end of the court. But on the offensive end of the court, he's got Hall of Fame limitless takeoff posterizer, a 95 driving dunk. His speed with ball is immaculate, Hall of Fame clamp breaker, and quick first step. I mean, what more are you guys asking out of Russell Westbrook? I mean, the card is elite. Shooting wise, I still haven't even gotten his release down. I haven't even badged him up. But I'm having that much fun. Basically just running to the rim in a 5-out setting with Russell Westbrook every single possession. At number 5, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Magic Johnson. Now, some people are going to be higher on Magic Johnson than I am. I initially was high on Magic. Now, there's reasons I'm not quite as high anymore, okay? First reason, and it's going to be a weird one, I hate his passing animations, okay? I know it seems weird for me to even say that, but it's the truth. I hate how he has to wind up his passes. That drives me nuts. Why can't you just pass the ball like a normal guy? Why do I have to have you wind up your passes to throw a crazy, over the shoulder pass? That bugs me more than you guys know. Second thing, his release is the definition of super slow. It's not even very slow. His release is super duper slow in my team. And just a little too slow for me. I get it. His 5 playmaking badges are nice, but he can't even run. Where Magic Johnson's going to be at his best is on the defensive end of the court. I just think, personally, he's an absolute liability on offense. That's my opinion on it. Now, can you make the case that, it's worth it? It's worth having him on the court? Sure. I'm not going to sit here and say you're wrong. But for me specifically, it's not worth it, right? For you guys, it could be worth it. But for me, having Magic Johnson on the court is not worth it anymore. At number 4, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Glitch Gary Payton. Very similar to Magic Johnson. The similarities are off the charts. Now, who's the better defensive player? That's the first question I want to answer. Because a lot of people are going to, if you're using one of these two cards, it's probably because they are really solid defense players. Who's the better defensive option? I think it's Magic Johnson. If you're giving me one guy on the court, or one guy to put on the court that is at the end of the game to get me a stop, I'm taking Magic Johnson over Gary Payton. Now, that's not saying Gary Payton's a bad defensive player. That's just me saying he could get mashed more than a guy like a Magic Johnson. That's not, me being biased. It's not me being anything. That's just me being absolutely honest with you guys. He's going to get mashed more than a guy like Magic Johnson, although on the perimeter, he probably is the better defensive option. Now, with that being said, I personally like Gary Payton's offense more than I like Magic Johnson's offense. I just think he gives you that little bit more on the offensive end of the court. He's got the normal fade. Magic's got the normal fade too. But Gary can move a little bit better. Now, Gary Payton's dribble sigs still aren't great. So I don't want you guys to misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to be a great offensive player. Ja dribble style is not great. But compared to Magic Johnson, who literally moves like a snail, I think we've got to talk about Gary Payton as just being a better offensive player. Not an elite offensive player, that's not what I'm saying, but a better offensive player than Magic Johnson. That's why he's ahead of him at number 4. At number 3 is a card I really don't like in my team, but I respect him enough, and that is Pink Diamond Lonzo Ball. Maybe the best defensive point guard in the entire game. Okay? Hall of Fame Challenger Glove Menace, great defensive stats as well. Now, the problem with Lonzo to me, when I see him on the court, is he's similar to Gary and Magic, in which none of those guys, in my opinion, are quote-unquote offensive threats. None of those guys are. Now, with Lonzo Ball, his release is worse than Gary Payton's. I would say it's better than Magic. Maybe it's about the same as Gary's. It's probably better than Magic Johnson's. But the thing is, it takes a while to get it up. So I'm not a big fan of Lonzo's release, to be honest with you guys. And outside of that, my whole question is, what else does he really provide for us, right? He can't really move that well offensively. Ja dribble style is not good. His release is bad. It's basically a defensive card in my team. Him, Gary, Magic, rank him in whatever order. They're all going to do the same thing, play defense. At number 2, Pink Diamond John Wall. Now, I will be the first to tell you guys, I am higher on John Wall than most of the community. And that is what it is. I am perfectly okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with being higher on John Wall than anybody else. Why? You look up and down my list. We got Lonzo Ball, Gary Payton, Magic, Russell Westbrook, Cade Cunningham, Dwayne Wade, Stephon Marbury, Gilbert Arenas. More than half of those guys on the offensive end of the court are liabilities. John Wall, the best offensive point guard in the game. He is. Say whatever you want about him. Don't like him. I really don't care. He's the best offensive point guard in the game. 86 3 ball with the best release you can ask for. 95 driving dunk, 97 speed ball, 90 ball handle. I don't even love his dribble six. I'm telling you guys this. I don't love his dribble six, and I still love John Wall. I don't even like his dribble six. Defensively, he's underrated. I'm telling you guys that. 79 block, decent interior, decent perimeter. His player model on the defensive end is great as well. I've been using John Wall for a very long time. Almost a month and a half now. And I've absolutely fallen in love with him. I don't want to say he's irreplaceable because nobody's irreplaceable in my team. He's eventually going to get replaced. But I love him. And honestly, he's carried me to more wins than I can even express. At number 1, though, by far and away my best point guard in the game, Peak Diamond Penny Hardaway. I don't even think it's particularly close. A lot of people think Lonzo Ball is better than Penny Hardaway. Now, my counter argument to that is going to be this, okay? Penny Hardaway offensively gives you so much more than Lonzo Ball. Yes, Lonzo overall is the better defensive player. I'm not going to sit here and try to argue that. But Penny's got better interior, nearly a better block rating. And honestly, Penny's release is better. Penny doesn't have a good release, but it's better than Lonzo. Badge-wise, Penny is way better as well. I just don't... I get a lot of arguments. I do not get the Lonzo Ball over Penny Hardaway argument. I don't. Now, yes, defensively he's going to be that little bit better. But offensively, I'm telling you guys this right now, it's really not close. On the offensive end of the court, Penny Hardaway is far and away better than Lonzo Ball. My favorite point guard by far in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. I'm interested to know your thoughts on my point guard top 10 list down below in the comments. Are you guys mad I left out CP3? What about Trae Young? What about a guy like Jeremy Lin, maybe Sean Livingston that you guys think deserve that? Let me know. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.